Newsmax has already decided what all of its little headlines and quotes from this speech are going to be, and they are appearing before Trump has even said these things. Newsmax is so in the tank for this guy. Anyone who remotely thinks that this is a media organization that is doing news just because it has news in its name, it's really time to wake up, because this is bananas. So go ahead, Will, and roll this one.
Policeman. I told this story twice, but it was the same thing. This was a recent case. I had a case years ago because I had a great economy. You know, we had the greatest economy in history during my first term. My first term was a tremendous success. But again, nobody wants to talk about that. We rebuilt our military. We did things that nobody could have done. We did a great job. This term is blowing it away. It's blowing every term. There's never been a president that had a year like this, especially a starting year. And we should win based on that too, all things. But the 401k, so there's a policeman and he comes up and he was guarding me along with lots of other people. Sir, I want to thank you. What? My wife thinks I am the worst investor in the world. And for the last year, she thinks now I'm Warren Buffett. She said, you're smarter than Warren Buffett. You're a better investor than Mr. Warren Buffett, sir. I said, how's your 401k? It's doubled. It's going up. It's going up. I said, just relax. But 401ks are through the roof. Those are us. Those are the people. We have the highest stock market in history. 47 days out of...
Okay, so there at the very end of that clip, he says the line that has been on the screen the entire time. We have the highest stock market in history. It's insane that it also shows how much he completely ad libs when he's giving his remarks, which must give his speechwriters great pains. I certainly hope so. This story that he tells, that he just said is a reflection of someone's 401k in the past year, the first year of his second term. He started this policeman story has existed since 2017. He started out as a New York City cop. He's been telling variations on this. It's always about the 401k going up. It's been 47, 48, 49. Now apparently it's 100% increase because it's doubled in the past year. It makes me bananas that nobody calls this stuff out. And, you know, we just had this conversation with Mark Jacob where we were talking about how the tolerance for Trump lying is just massive among the media, and that nobody says, even in covering these remarks or ever in asking him a question, like, you just told, like, how many policemen have you had this conversation with? Because it seems like you might be lying. But the question will never be asked.
I mean, this is, if folks are unfamiliar with it, they should Google the name John Barron. Google the name John Barron. The short version of this is that I believe it was the 1990s, but Trump would call reporters pretending to be a PR consultant for Mr. Trump and tell them stories under the name John Barron. And don't believe me, because there are audio recordings of it, and you know the president's voice well enough to know that that his voice is, although there are a lot of good impersonators now, there were not a lot of them in the 1990s, and that is Donald Trump, and he is an outrageous, prolific liar, and the media, in a way that if any other politician would end their career. And you know, to our conversation with Mark Jacob recently, you know, it's the kind of thing that if another politician did it, the media would cover it. They would cover the lie. The lie would be a thing to be reported. And now it's just baked in. It's just part of the deal. It's a shtick. It's a Borscht Belt comedy routine. And you know, take my wife. You know, it's a little. You know, it's just the words don't register as though they were supposed to be the words of a person who literally has a satchel with him that could destroy humanity, right? A person who is supposed to be serious, and they're not, and the media doesn't treat him as though they are, right? They don't treat him as a person who is expected to say things that are true. Yeah. Anyway, a good example of the Sir story. Usually, I'm surprised there were no tears in his eyes. Usually, I think those stories are accompanied by
yes,
mythical
and
tears.
He only said that the guy called him Sir once. Usually, in every phrase, the Sir comes again. But yeah, so that's mine for the week.